For today's podcast, I want to talk about the top 3 edge prospects for the Vikings for this upcoming draft. And for the first guy, I want to start with this. I traditionally do not give a rat's ass about the lead up to draft night. And what I mean by that is the pro day, the combine, which is basically for football players the equivalent of shadow boxing. Oh, this quarterback just threw for 78 million yards last year, an all-time record. What an absolute beast. He should be the first quarterback taken off the board. Yeah, but you know what? I want to see what he looks like up against broomsticks. Every time the combine or the pro day happens, I'm like, oh my God, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Watch the film. Watch the game tape. I typically don't care, but for this first guy, I think it's really important, and I'm talking about Gregory Rousseau because he opted out of the 2020 season. So for the pro day and the combine for Gregory Rousseau, I think it does matter because it's like, yo, bro, you took a year off. Okay, fine, that's your right, but are you still in shape? And if he is, assuming that he's still in his 2019 form, then this could be a very special player. Let's talk about it. Gregory Rousseau, edge, out of the University of Miami. He's listed at 6'7", 265, and while he is a defensive end, he does have versatility at times playing inside at defensive tackle. His football IQ is off the charts, and what I mean by that is the switch plays. For instance, the draw plays. Quarterback fakes like he's going to pass, all of a sudden hands the ball off to the running back. Well, if you're undisciplined, if you're relentless, if you over pursue, and I'm going to go after the quarterback, damn it, then by the time the quarterback hands the ball off, you're out the play. You're a non-factor. Greg Rousseau has the football IQ and the physical talents to be like, okay, to recognize it's a running play now. Okay, he'll break off his man, even if it's just with one arm. Boom, get off me, dog, and go after the ball carrier. Also, on plays where defensive linemen should be beat, and I'm talking about a foot race, Greg Rousseau consistently extends his body to where all he needs is just a piece of your ankle. That's effort. That's heart. Also, on the quick passes to his side to where it's like you're not going to have enough time to get after the quarterback, he uses his length to extend his body, get up in the air, and knock that ball down. He can press his man out, or he's got the hand movement to swim past you. Either way, he's going to get after the quarterback, and I think he would be so valuable going up against the Green Bay Packers because they really like to use those outlet passes to the outside to their running backs. I think he would be a really, really nice fit for this Vikings defense. Up next, Jalen Phillips, edge, out of the University of Miami. Oddly enough, with Greg Rousseau opting out of the 2020 season, Jalen Phillips, he took over Rousseau's old number 15. Super explosive, instant hand check at the start of the whistle. He has a plethora of jabs and dips to confuse his man. Speed, quickness, and elusiveness is what he brings to the table, and he reads the play action very well. You're not going to outwit your way past the edge of a Jalen Phillips. However, if there is something to nitpick, something to be concerned about if you are an NFL scout, it's the injury history. And this goes back to his days at UCLA. He's a transfer from UCLA. He suffered a sprained right ankle, a sprained left ankle, multiple concussions, a wrist injury. At one point, the dude retired from football, transferred to the University of Miami, and found his love in the sport all over again. So if injuries aren't going to be an issue lingering forward for his career at the next level, then okay, fine, he should be a good player. But you'd be a fool not to at least take that into consideration to say, okay, is he worth a first-round pick? And lastly, we're going to talk about Quitty Payne, edge, out of the University of Michigan. Best edge against the run. He's a bruiser. He's a disruptor. He lays the wood. He can shed his block. He can bull rush his block. At the snap of the ball, Quitty Payne will lay a pop on his man, and it stuns him just enough to where once he regathers his balance, Quitty Payne is already gone. And I talked about this with Greg Rousseau a little bit. Quitty Payne can also play inside at defensive tackle, but at the next level, Greg Rousseau, if you wanted to play him inside, I would say, even situationally speaking, I don't know if he's ready for that. Quitty Payne is ready. The best way I can describe Quitty Payne's tape is the ball snaps and Quitty Payne is literally the Incredible Hulk. Just, oh, Thanos, he's destroying the town. He's going to destroy the whole universe. We should call the Avengers. Bro, you should just call Quitty Payne. Quitty Payne can beat Thanos by himself. And if you ask me who the Vikings should go after, who I would like to see the Vikings go after as their next edge in this draft class, assuming they take one in the first round, I think it's Quitty Payne. I think he represents everything what Mike Zimmer wants to have in his defense, true versatility. And listen, I think it's to the point where Greg Rousseau, I think he's going to be the consensus first edge taken in the draft. I think the Vikings, depending on what's left available, even if Greg Rousseau is there at 14, I think the Vikings, they can actually trade down and maybe get a couple of other draft picks to where they can still get their man Quitty Payne. Quitty Payne. This dude can ball out. Let me know who you think the Vikings should take at edge rusher. This podcast is brought to you by Modest Brewing. Modest Brewing, they are open for curbside pickup and takeout 7 days a week. They also offer delivery Thursdays through Saturday. You can find them at modestbrewing.com. That's modestbrewing.com or 505 North 3rd Street out in Minneapolis. We're also going to give away a $25 gift card to Modest Brewing to one random person. I'm going to make a post on Facebook later today asking, what edge rusher do you see or would you like to see the Vikings take with their first round pick? Let me know your thoughts. Reply to that post with your thoughts and why you think the Vikings should take that player. One person will be selected at random. Let's say I'll make the post at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time today on Monday. So let's say on Tuesday at noon Central Standard Time, I'll reply in that post with the winner selected at random to win that $25 gift card to Modest Brewing. We do this 3 times a week, Mediocre at Best Sports Podcast with Realistic Randy. Check me out on Twitter at realistic_Randy, Facebook at Realistic Randy. Next podcast will be on Wednesday. We'll see you then.